Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of section 7.3, finally getting into the meat of 7.3, chapter 7. Let's start with the bell ringer. You're going to go shopping. You have two coupons, one of them is 15% off and the other is $10 off. Which coupon should you use first in order to get the best deal? Okay, so this is an order problem. Do we want to do this one first or do we want to do this one first? Best way to kind of look at this is, let's look at a $100 bill, right? If I get 15% off $100, that's going to leave me with 85. So think about it. If I do it the long way, you can see it there for a second. 15% of 100 is 15. So if we subtract 15% off, that will give me, 15. And that will give me $85. To avoid, I don't like doing all that two-step process here. To get one step, if I have 15% off, I look at that as I'm actually paying for 85% of the item, because 100% of the item is 100. If I get 15% off, I'm only 85% of that value. Now, from there, I'm going to subtract 10. So my bill will be $75 in this case. Now, let's switch the order. Let's say we have $100, and this time we say, yeah, give me the $10 off first. I'll get 90, and then I'm going to get 15% off. So I'm going to do that trick I was talking about. I'm going to do 90 times 0.85. So that'll give me 15% off of 90, which would give me $76.50. And you can see the $75 is the best deal for the consumer. Okay, because it's the cheapest price for that object. So you'd want to get the 15% off first, and then do the $10 off. Now, let's start talking about what we're going to be doing in this section. This section is a very mechanical part of this section, and what you want to substitute in a very systematic way so you don't look at the whole thing and then it gets confusing. So what I suggest you do is you rewrite the f, and now inside the g of x, I'm going to put in what g of x is, which is x squared plus 3. That's the first thing I would do. Just plug in the function for the g of x. Now, let's go to the outside. Let's go after the f. So I'm going to rewrite this function, but this time I don't rewrite any x's. I rewrite everything but the x. I leave a blank here where this x used to be. And in this blank, I put in my x squared plus 3. From here, it's simplifying, so I distribute into 2. Get 2x squared plus 6 plus 1. So this function is 2x squared plus 7 when it's all said and done. That's what f of g of x should be. Part 2. Now I have g on the outside, and now f's on the inside. So now I have 2x plus 1 on the inside. I'm going to rewrite g. Now remember, again, when I rewrite the outside function, I leave a big blank where the x was. And inside the blank goes my f of x. So what we have here is 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1 plus 3. So this is 4x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 1 plus 3. So final answer is actually somewhat nice. 4x squared plus 4x plus 4. All right? So let's go down to 3 and 4. They're going to give us two new functions here. All right. First time through, f of g of x. So f stays. Let's put in our 3x squared minus 5 for the g of x. And then I have blank plus 6. So my g of x was 3x squared minus 5. So notice I rewrote my f, but I left a big blank here. And in that blank, I put what was in here. So my answer is 3x squared plus 1. That's my final. That one wasn't too bad. Here we go. G. Now what's f of x? X plus 6. So now I'm going to rewrite g. So that's 3 blank squared minus 5. In my blank here, I put the x plus 6. So really what we have here is 3 times x plus 6 times x plus 6 minus 5. So this is 3x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 36 when I FOIL. Minus 5. I now combine like terms, so I have x squared plus 12x plus 36. I'm going to distribute my 3 in. 3x squared plus 36x plus 108 minus 5. Combine like terms again. And I'm going to get 103 here when I put the 108 and 5 together. All right, so 3x squared plus 36x plus 103. So that's 3 and 4. Now let's go ahead and talk about 5 and 6. Now I know it looks complicated. People panic when they see this little 1/4, but actually watch what happens. I'm going to go ahead and put my x minus 8 in for the g of x. Now I have 3 blank 1/4. What goes in the blank? The x minus 8. That's finished. Or you could write it as 3 times the 4th root of x minus 8. Either one is completely fine. G of f of x. So here we have g of f of x. F of x is 3x to the 1/4. I'm going to rewrite g as blank minus 8. And then my blank goes 3x to the 1/4. That's finished. There's nothing you can do. I mean, really, all you can do is rewrite it and write it like that. It's the same thing. Okay? But there's nothing you can do to reduce that. So that's a nice one to finish on the front. When we go to the back, right? I'm going to do 4 of these at a time. I'm going to rewrite these up top here because as I shift down, I won't be able to keep it. 3x plus 1, and g of x is x squared minus 4. Okay? So I have to keep those there so we can see them, because when I shift up, I won't be able to see those equations. All right, so here we go. F, put in g, x squared minus 4. So this is 3 blank, x squared minus 4, plus 1. Because I rewrote f of x, which is 3 blank, x plus 1. I put in x squared minus 4 for my blank. Distributed my 3, I'll get 3x squared minus 11. And number 8, remember, pull out the f of x. That will be 3x plus 1 now. Here comes my g, blank squared minus 4. And my blank, 3x plus 1. So it looks like we have 3x plus 1 times 3x plus 1 minus 4. So that's 9x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 1 minus 4, which will give us 9x squared plus 6x minus 3. All right, f of x. So we go f of 3x plus 1. I'll rewrite my f, 3 blank plus 1. Inside here, we'll go 3x plus 1. So now I'm going to go 9x plus 3 plus 1. So our final is 9x plus 4. And like I said, it's pretty systematic once you get it down. So in g of x, we have x squared minus 4. So I'm going to rewrite blank squared minus 4 because of my outside g. Inside here, we'll have x squared minus 4. So x squared minus 4 times x squared minus 4 minus 4. So let's go ahead and FOIL. All right, x to the 4th minus 4x squared minus 4x squared plus 16 minus 4. And our final answer will be x to the 4th minus 8x squared plus 12. And that's that. All right, coming down to the final stretch. Actually, I wanted to keep that stuff at the top, remember? So I'm going to have to do this by hand so I don't lose the top, which is okay. It takes a second. All right. So here comes 12 through 14. I'm going to do f of 5. Okay, so if I go f of 5, that would be 3 times 5 plus 1. So this is 15 plus 1, so that would be 16. So f of 5 is 16. I put that in. Now I got 3 times 16 plus 1. So this is 48 plus 1. 49 is our answer. And here, f, g of 1. So let's go ahead and do g of 1. Okay, so g at negative 1 is negative 1 squared minus 4. So this is 1 minus 4, which is negative 3. So I have f of negative 3 to do. which would give me 3 times negative 3 plus 1. So that's negative 9 plus 1, negative 8. All right, let's do g of 2. G of 2 would be 2 squared minus 4. So that's 4 minus 4, which is 0. So that means I have f of 0, which would be 3 times 0 plus 1. So we're going to get a final answer of 1. All right. Let's wrap up with g of negative 3. So g of negative 3 is equal to negative 3 squared minus 4. So I'm going to get positive 9 minus 4 equals 5. I'm then going to plug that in for g again. So I have 5 squared minus 4, which is 25 minus 4, so our final answer is 21. Okay, so what we got to do here is finish up the last couple. So let me get rid of this stuff so you can see 16 and 15, and then that will be it for that. A lot of asterisks, so therefore you should be scared, right? Don't be intimidated. Let's start with f of x. So we got f of x. So f of x is 3x plus 1, right? So now we're going to go, okay, so I got f of, now I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see, how would I write this? 3 blank plus 1, close parenthesis, and inside here I go 3x plus 1. So at this point, I'm going to go, okay, this is 9x plus 3 plus 1, close my parenthesis, so this is f of 9x plus 4. So now I'm going to do my next f, okay, which would be 3 blank plus 1, and in this blank we go 9x plus 4. And this would be 27x plus 12 plus 1. So 27x plus 13. Not an easy one at all. Okay? Now with g, f of g of g of 4, so let's start with g of 4 and work our way out. That's 4 squared minus 4, so that's 16 minus 4 is 12. So now I got f of g of 12. So it looks like I need to do g of 12 next. So 12 squared minus 4, that's 144 minus 4, so that's 140. So f of 140 is my next one, which would be 3 times 140 plus 1, because 3x plus 1 is f of x. So this would be, what, 420 plus 1, so we're looking at 421. So we did this first, this second, this third. We worked our way down. All right, so that's the section. Hope this video helps. I know 15 is a little tough there, but take your time, go through it systematically, and life will be okay. All right, guys, we'll see you in class. We'll keep working on it. Have a good one.